So Bobby, it's a great looking truck from the outside, but I know from the press conference the other night, you guys have jam-packed the interior of this truck with a lot of safety features, a lot of comfort features, a lot of efficiency features. You want to climb up in the cab and show us around?
Absolutely.
All right. So Bobby, this is not your grandfather's truck interior. Pretty nice.
Extremely nice, much more modern than what some of the drivers that have been driving for 20, 30 years maybe used to, but in much more of a better way. First, pointing out the forward visibility, and really one thing I like to say is you can't even see the hood. Again, that 17% more forward visibility. And we've done some things for the regional haul driver to really tailor this truck. One thing is the all-new 12-inch digital display, really giving the driver all the information that he or she may need. Even all the way down to our navigation apps will be displayed right on the DID, driver information display. That way the driver can keep their hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, and not really having to reach away and be distracted. We also offer our shifting lever right on the stalk now. Again, no need for drivers to have to reach away onto the dash. Everything's right there at their fingertips. Not in this truck, but we also offer a manual shifter as well for those applications that really require that shifting of gears by the driver. Our seats, all of our seats are only wide base seats now, something drivers are going to absolutely love. With the wide base seats, we've moved some of the controls to the inside of the truck. That way the driver doesn't have to reach down in between the seat and the door, hunting for those types of buttons. When it comes to the dash itself, we offer two different trim levels of dash. This here is our core base level, and our edge is more of a soft touch for those customers, again, looking for that image to promote to their customers.
We've got to talk about the rear view camera system on this truck. These things are, I'm reminded a little bit about when you guys brought iShift into the country and everybody thought, oh, that'll never go. And suddenly you've seen a lot of these systems. I like the new integrated package right into the A-pillars, a nice touch. Talk a little bit about not just the rear view cameras, but the safety systems in general in this truck.
Yeah, so first, Jack, I'll start with the cameras. So I just had the pleasure of driving one of these trucks all the way down to Miami and all the way back, and it was equipped with camera monitor system, and wow, what a game changer. I'll point out several of the features, but I'll point them out in order of what I think is the most advantageous for drivers. One is the auto panning device. So as you're driving forward and you make your hard right-hand turns or left-hand turns, the camera will actually follow the trailer, so you don't lose visibility of the trailer, which is extremely nice. And I like to say the stop signs around America are much safer now for those hard turns. The second thing that I really like is the nighttime mode. It's not going to show very well here in this lit, but we all have seen, whether it be on TV, whether it be on gaming, we've all seen nighttime modes. Well, when you are night vision, when you're driving at night in a darker area, when you turn the nighttime mode on, it lights up not just not to the trailer, but far behind the trailer as well. Extremely nice. And it also takes away the large mirror on the outside that when someone tries to pass you may be a little bright sometimes and create that blinding effect to a driver. This takes that away. The next thing that I really like, currently as we're sitting here parked in the exhibit hall, there's only one line. But when you're driving, there's actually 3 lines. The first line is set at the very end of your trailer. It tells the driver if there is a vehicle in between you and the first line and you shift lanes, you will hit the driver. And some of your experienced drivers actually with conventional mirrors use shadows quite a lot. When I drive, I use shadows quite a lot, and I've been driving for 17 years actually. Well, this takes away the angle of the sun because you know you're exactly, the line is in the exact right place. And then the second line is set roughly 50 feet behind the trailer. So the truck and tractor can change lanes, but you're a little bit close, so it's a yellow line. And then the third line is a green line showing the driver that he or she is very safe to shift lanes, to change lanes, making the lane changes much cleaner and much more safer. Again, the wide angle, as you can see here, you can actually see we're in a small 4x2, and you can actually see all the way to the edge of the cab here with the front tire. So the visibility is absolutely amazing. And if you look at the wide angle, you can see that we are going way out all the way to the gentleman standing right here beside me. So wonderful, wonderful views, game changer. I agree with you, Jack, game changer for the future. The rest of the safety devices, I mentioned it outside, but the interaction now with the truck and the driver is so much cleaner than what we've had in the past. In 2017, we made some changes into our safety systems, and drivers haven't been happy. Now, the system has always done what it's supposed to do. It gets the driver's attention. Well, we've kind of evolved, and we understand now that getting the driver's attention is very important, but how we get the driver's attention is just as important. So the example that I like to use, Jack, is when a driver is going down the road at say 60 miles an hour and a car cuts off that driver. Well, if the car is outpacing the driver, our system will illuminate, but it'll illuminate in the windshield saying, hey, driver, there is someone here. But because you're not in a potential unsafe situation because the car is outpacing, it doesn't brake and it doesn't give you the audible until that car is going at the same speed or lesser speed than you. And even the truck then will take over. Another thing that we've introduced is for our adaptive cruise control is stop and go. So the truck in traffic situations will actually bring you in cruise control to a complete stop and will start again on its own, as long as it's within the first 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, if the car in front of you takes off, you have to give the truck an acknowledgement that the vehicle in front of you has moved by either pressing the resume button or tapping the throttle, and then it will move again on its own. So some really, really nice safety features that we put into this truck, really making it easier and more compatible with the drivers.
And final thing I'll point out, and it's an everyday run-of-the-mill sort of thing, but it's also very important. I see lots of power outlets. I see a convenient storage space to put your phone. I see cup holders in convenient locations. Those are little things, but they're hugely important to a guy who's in a truck all day, right?
Wow. I've been to lots of truck stops in my 27 years with Volvo Trucks, and power cords are important. Places to plug in headsets, phones, sometimes ELDs that plug in, sometimes a company phone and a personal phone. So we've done so much. We've added in not just the 12-volt chargers, but USB-Cs. The USB-C here actually communicates with infotainment as well. We've also implemented down here on the doghouse wireless charging for your phones to help really remove some of those cords that may be needed. We're also in the infotainment, we have Apple CarPlay, Apple and Android CarPlay, which is extremely nice for those drivers who want to maybe remove the headset and talk over the speakers of the truck, or even using their directions over the loudspeakers of the truck right through their Apple phone or Android phone. So extremely nice things that we've done here for the driver.